Hi, welcome to Reading the Bible with Nikki. This show is not family friendly, nor is it intended to be. So, if you find you get easily butt sore and highly offended, pretty sure that's your fault. So, you can go ahead and fuck right on off. I am your narrator through this here journey of the Old Testament. I am Nikki fucking K the Great. I'm so great. So, take your pills. We'll pull out our imaginary watch. So, pack a bowl, grab your smokes, get comfy. Make sure you have some kind of awesome beverage. I have something. It's pumpkin coffee. Not a big fan of pumpkin anything outside of pie. So I don't know how I feel about this pumpkin spice coffee stuff. I don't know how I feel about it. So, let's smoke it, drink it, and read it, right? We're on Isaiah 11, right? And where we left off, God was speaking through Isaiah, telling him every terrible thing he was gonna do. Right? So God is telling the people that. So in chapter 11 he says, "Then a shoot will spring up from the stem of Jesse, and a branch from his roots will bear fruit. And the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, and the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and strength, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. And he will delight in the fear of the Lord, and he will not judge by what his eyes see, nor make a decision by what his ears hear. But with righteousness he will judge the poor, and decide with fairness for the afflicted of the earth. And he will strike earth with the rod of his mouth, and the and the breath of his lips will slay the wicked. Also, righteousness will be the belt on his righteousness will be the belt about his loins, and faithfulness the belt about his waist." So you're saying your underwear have a belt too? Is it like the people in India, they're like underclothes? Is this like an under belt? I don't know. But how would you hold the diaper up with a belt? I don't get it. Okay. "And the wolf will dwell with the lamb, and the leopard will lie down with the kid," which is a goat, by the way, "and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little boy will lead them." Oh, what little boy? "Also, the cow and the bear will graze, Their young will lie down together, and the lion will eat straw like the ox. And the nursing child will play by the hole of the cobra. No. And the weaned child will put his hand on the viper's den. Yeah, he wishes he would do that. No. And they will not hurt or destroy in all my holy mountain, which, by the way, is a great song. It's by System of a Down. Like, the chorus is Surge doing that Surge thing. But other than that, it is a great song. Sure will. Or sure is. Sure is a great song. Okay. So it continues. For the earth will be full of knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. And then it will come about in that day that the nations will resort to the roots of Jesse, who will stand as a signal for all people. And his testing place will be glorious. Yeah, that's not what it says. It says, then it will come about in that day, or that the nations will resort to the root of Jesse, who will stand as a signal for all the people, and his resting place will be glorious. Right? Maybe they'll stop calling it the city of David, or maybe they should have never called it that. It could just be Zion. And then people could quit acting like they can't buy a bus ticket to it. Then it will happen on that day that the Lord will again recover the second time with his hand the remnant of his people, who will remain from Assyria, Egypt, Pathros, Cush, Elam, Shinar, Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he will lift up a standard for the nations, and will assemble all the banished ones of Israel, and will gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Then the jealousy of Ephraim will depart, and those who harass Judah will be cut off. Get them! Go ahead and do it, because it's happening right now. Ephraim will not be jealous of Judah, and Judah will not harass Ephraim. And they will swoop down on the slopes of the Philistines in the west. Even though they changed their name, they're still the same people. Together they will plunder the sons of the east. Get 'em! And they will possess Edom and Moab. And the sons of Ammon will be subject to them. And the Lord will utterly destroy the tongue of the sea of Egypt. And he will wave his hand over the river with his scorching wood, and he will strike it into 7 streams, and make men walk over dry shod, and there will be a highway from Assyria for the remnant of his people who will be left, just as there was for Israel. And that day that the Lord came up out of the land of Egypt. Wait a minute. And make men walk over Treshad. And there will be a highway from Assyria for the remnant of his people who will be... Okay, so there's a highway for these people, just like in Israel, in the day that they came out of the land of Egypt. I don't remember them mentioning a highway. I don't remember that. But give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay. So, we're on chapter 12. And it says, "Then you will say on that day, I will give thanks to you, O Lord, for although you were angry with me, your anger is turned away, and you do comfort me. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust, and I won't be afraid. For the Lord God is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. Therefore, you will joyously draw water from the springs of salvation. And in that day, you will say, give thanks to the Lord, call on his name, make known his deeds among the people. Make them remember that his name is to be exalted. Exalted. Praise the Lord in song, for he has done excellent things. Let this be known throughout the earth, and cry aloud and shout for joy, O inhabitant of Zion, for it's not Zion. For great in your midst is the Holy One of Israel. Okay. Okay, chapter 13. It's not that long. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Chapter 13. Okay. This is an oracle which Isaiah... Did you know that his dad is Amos? No. Amos. Amos. Anyway, Isaiah is his son. And it's an oracle. So, okay. So now an oracle is something he saw. When before it was a writing, it was a saying, and now it's a vision. What did it change? What is it? What did it do? What is this? It was a saying until right now, at this very second, today, whatever day it is. Okay. It says, lift up a standard on the bare hill. Raise your voice to them. Wave the hand that they may enter the doors of the nobles. I have commanded my consecrated ones. I have even called my mighty warriors, my proudly exulting ones. This is EXULTING. G. Okay. I have called them to execute my anger. A sound of tumult on the mountains, like that of many people. A sound of the uproar of kingdoms, of nations gathered together. The God of gods is mustering the army for battle. They are coming from a far country, from the farthest horizons. The Lord and his instruments of indignation. Yeah. To destroy the whole land. No, don't do that. Don't destroy the whole land. There's bugs. Wail, for the day of the Lord is near. Get it! Yeah! It will come as destruction from the Almighty. Yes, it will be an act of God. Therefore, all hands will fall limp, and every man's heart will melt, and they will be terrified. Yeah! Pains and anguish will take hold of them. They will writhe like a woman in labor. You're gonna cry like a girl. They will look at one another in astonishment, their faces aflame. Yo, your flame is purple. I feel some kind of way. Like, my flame is purple. Yours is blue. I want a pink one. I'm mostly just kidding. That's not what that means. Behold, the day of the Lord is coming, cruel, with fury and burning anger, to make the land a desolation. Desolation. Are we talking about one land or a lot of them? Just Judah or is Israel? So can you save America? Please. Okay. And he will exterminate its sinners from it. Get up! Yeah. For the stars of heaven and their constellations will not flash forth their light. The sun will be dark when it rises. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? And was a war. And the moon will not shed its light. So there will be no dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. That's Van Morrison. Thus, I will punish the world for its evil. Yes, get it. Yeah. And for the wicked of their iniquity. I will also put an end to the arrogance of the proud and abase the haughtiness of the ruthless. Is this what that idiot said? Blech. That idiot said. That idiotic ass lawyer. It's like, oh man, that's so base. Is this where he gets that from? Because he's fucking retarded. No. But, man, he says that a lot and it's really aggravating. And I wonder if this is where he got it from. Because if so, he's saying it wrong. Maybe it's something different. I don't know. Okay. For evil, ruthless. I will make mortal man. I will make mortal man scarcer than pure gold, and mankind than the gold of Ophir. Therefore, I shall make the heavens tremble, and the earth will be shaken from its place. Hold on. And the earth will be shaken from its place at the fury of the God of gods, in the day of his burning anger. Right? God's gonna talk in fire. You guys are gonna learn. Yeah. Yeah, fuck around and find out. That's what he's telling y'all. Keep fucking around. I'm gonna turn this car around right now and bust that ass. That's what he's telling y'all. Keep fucking around. Okay. And it will be like a hunted gazelle, or like sheep with none to gather them. For they will each turn to his own people, and each one flee to his own land. Anyone, hold on, wait. And it will be that, like a hunted gazelle, or like a sheep, they will turn to his own people, and each flee to his own land. Anyone who is found will be thrust through. Anyone who is captured will fall by the sword. Well, if they're just thrust through on first contact, how are they going to be captured? Okay, that's not me. And their little ones will also be... why do you gotta kill the babies? Don't kill the babies. Why are you killing the babies? Why do they gotta kill the babies? Listen, big guy, I know, but if you get them young, you can raise them any way you want. These people are living proof of that. If you want to raise kids to set them up to fail, you can do that. But why do you gotta kill the babies? I don't know. I feel like you could have used these babies and started over. I'm sure it would have went better than the way it's going right now. Dust through. So their kids will be killed right before their eyes. Their houses will be plundered and their wives ravaged. See, why? 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 It's not for me to understand. I would like to know why. This seems a bit much, don't it? Behold, I am going to stir up the Medes against them, who will not value silver, take pleasure in gold. Their bows will not mow down the young men. They will not even have compassion on the fruit of the womb, nor will their eye pity children. And Babylon, the beauty of kingdoms, the glory of the Chaldeans' pride. Oh, these guys. Will be when God will... Okay. Will be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. There's a band by the... There's a band. It's a metal opera band. It's called Therion. Therion. They have a song called Rise of Sodom and Gomorrah. Rise of Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a metal opera song. It is a bomb diggity song. So Raven, if you're watching this, it's called Rise of Sodom and Gomorrah by a band called Therion. Therion. Yep. You should watch it. Listen to it. That whole album, as a matter of fact, it's called Vovin. Vovin. It's a great CD. It is not godly. It's very, not Gaelic. I don't know. It's something, but it's opera and it's metal. So, I mean, I don't know any of the words that they're saying, but I just like it. The guitars are good. Anyway, you should check it out. It will never be inhabited or lived in from generation to generation, nor will the Arab pitch his tent there. Arab, not Arab, Arab. Nor will the shepherds make their flocks lie down there, but desert creatures will lie down there, and their houses will be full of owls. Ostriches also will live there, and shaggy goats will frolic there. What about Shaggy Two Dope? Is Shaggy Two Dope gonna be there? Shaggy Two Dope's not gonna be there. And hyenas will howl in their fortified towers, and jackals in their luxurious places. Her fateful time will soon come, and her days will not be prolonged. Man, God's pissed. God's like talking in fire. So, give me 1 second again. I will be right back with chapter 14. Okay, we're not going to read chapter 14 because I forgot I was aggravated about something until I just got aggravated with it again just now. So, yeah, people keep saying the Bible, the book of lies. I want to know what it's lying about, because I'm sitting here reading it, and nobody really has been able to debunk what has happened in this here book. Well, at least they can't debunk it to a satisfactory explanation anyway. They try to debunk it all the time, but none of it's satisfactory. None of the historical documents say none of this happened. They like to say that it didn't happen, but a lot of the books in the other religions, they're pretty similar, right? And all the other gods are real, right? The thing is Israel and Judah, but at the time this happened, it was just Israel, right? They weren't allowed to worship other gods. They were not allowed. The people who ultimately decided to follow God, they weren't supposed to follow other gods. Once you met God, you can't turn your back on him. And that's the problem. They've met God and they turned their backs on him. He never turned his back on them. And some of the time it does seem like God's fighting himself. You know, God puts his evil self on one group of people and his good self on the other group, and they just have it out. It's like this, and they just have it out, right? But I don't know. Again, I don't see where they can, like, say it's a book of lies and actually mean that shit, because this book doesn't say anything. I mean, we're reading it. You and me were reading it. And it doesn't say anything. And what it does say is things you can take and apply to your own life. You can read about what these dickheads do, and then read about what God said, and just do what God says, right? Because obviously you know what these fucktards are going to do is the worst idea. So, do the opposite, right? They're like, we're going to be so extra because we're extra guilty, so we're going to offer like 75,000 million sheep. Don't do that. Just get yourself ready to do, to do the best job you can do next time, right? You gotta actually mean it. These people don't ever mean it. I don't know. But again, I don't know how people who have never read this fucking book can call it a book of lies. Obviously, they've never read it. And if the preacher that read it to him is lying, call him out. Call him out on social media. Put hashtag dickface. Such and such preacher is a lying ass piece of shit. Make it known who the fuck is lying to you about this here book, because we're reading it and it doesn't say anything like what I was told. Anything like it at all. Which is kind of why I want to get to, I can't wait to get to Ezekiel, because that book's been lied about a lot. It's been taken out of the Bible, I think, like 3 times, because somebody figured out what the fuck it said or something, or they tried to do whatever prophet type thing or something, like did some gross ass shit to have a prophetic vision. And I guess the church is scared people do that outside of the church. So can you imagine they have a bunch of popes in there eating their own shit? Catholics are fucking weird. Anyway, I can't wait to get to the book of Ezekiel. So, we're going to find out about it, right? Can't wait. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you. Hi, Raven. I love you and have the greatest day ever.